Okay, and one more reaction, that is the Perkin condensation reaction. Okay, it's a very important reaction. You can see some previous questions from this reaction. Perkin condensation. This Perkin condensation again similar to the Aldol reaction. First carbon formation, carbanion attacks on the another carbon compound. But here in this case, alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids are the products. Actually, this reaction takes place between aromatic aldehyde and sodium or potassium salts of the carboxylic acids. And additionally, we have to take the anhydride of corresponding acid. Okay, so write the statement. Aromatic aldehydes and treating with sodium or potassium salts of carboxylic acids and treating with sodium or potassium salts of carboxylic acids, sodium or potassium salts of carboxylic acids, along with corresponding carboxylic acid, acid anhydride, along with carboxylic acid anhydride, followed by heating, 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 produce alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. Produce alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids. Okay, now see this reaction. So first suppose this is the benzaldehyde and treating with CH3COO Na sodium acetate and its corresponding anhydride. Okay, followed by heating and the first step. Second one, hydrolysis and heating. We'll get the PHCH double bond CH, C double bond O, OH. It is alpha beta unsaturated acid, is nothing but it is a cinnamic acid. It is a cinnamic acid. Okay, so what is the mechanism of this reaction? Let's see this one, very simple. CH3C double bond O, Na, it is converted to first of all. It is a combination of two ions, acetate and Na plus. Now this acetate acting as base that remove the proton from the anhydride. Why this anhydride is acidic in nature? Because it is an electron withdrawing group. It is electron withdrawing group. These protons are acidic in nature. So these protons are abstracted by this acetic acid, acetate ion. So CH3 C double bond OH plus CH2 minus C double bond C double bond O C double bond O CS. We know that this carbanion is stabilized by the resonance with C double bond O. Now this carbanion attacks on this benzaldehyde. Okay. Now E carbon carbon sunny reactions carbanion form out attach same time. So in this case O minus H. Okay, O minus, it is converted to O minus and H. Then CC bond formation. CH2 C double bond O CH3. That's it. Okay. Now sorry, CH3 PHCH CH2 CO C double bond O CH. Okay. Now this one on acid work. This O minus accept the H plus PHC OH and CH2. Now on a hydrolysis, this inward in hydrolysis reaction, anhydride on hydrolysis converted to carboxylic acids. Okay. For suppose this is the anhydride on hydrolysis. H, this is OH, produce two molecules of the carboxylic acid. Of course, here on both sides different. This is the one carboxylic acid moiety and this is one carboxylic acid moiety. This O minus is converted to OH and this is also converted to C double bond OH plus acetic acid. CH3C double bond OH. Okay, that's it. Now here, this one on heating, just here loss of water molecule takes place. So PHCH double bond CH, C double bond OH. Okay. So that is the product. Cinnamic acid. Very simple. Carbanion formation. This acetate ion remove the H plus from this anhydride. We'll get the carbanion attacks on this compound. So we'll get the compound. Okay. On a hydrolysis and this hydroxy carboxylic acid followed by heating we'll get the alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. It's a Perkin condensation. It's a very, very important. Okay. That's it. Okay. So here is one more application of the Perkin condensation. Aromatic aldehyde. This is the sodium salt of the carboxylic acid. Is anhydride. Hydrolysis followed by heating. Okay. So you can write the product. The same mechanism. Carbanion formation attacks on this one. Followed by hydrolysis, heating, dehydration, product. And next here, phenol CaCl3KOH. So generally, what is this reaction? Riemann-Timon reaction. Okay, in Riemann-Timon reaction, the major product is, that means here OH, C double bond with H, orthosalcylaldehyde. Orthosalcylaldehyde is the product. Now, this sodium acetate and sodium acidic anhydride, it is a Perkin condensation. So, in a Perkin condensation, what is the product of this reaction? CH double bond CH, C double bond O. Okay, C double bond O, OH. And this one OH. Okay, either side OH same kada. So I have written this side. So it is a benzoin Perkin condensation. First here orthosalcylaldehyde Riemann-Timon reaction. Next Perkin condensation. Now heating. So that means here loss of water molecule takes place. So here the product is CH double bond CH bond double bond O. Here oxygen this. Okay. So this is a cyclic compound. It is known as a coumarin. It is known as a coumarin. It is a fragrant compound. Okay, there is a fragrant coumarin. Okay, that is. Now here furan. Furan on reaction COHCl-AlCl3. It is a formylation reaction, Gattermann formylation reaction. Gattermann formylation means here we will get the aldehyde and the second position. CHO group, benzene on treating with COHCl-AlCl3, the CHO group is introduced on the benzene. It is nothing but formylation of the benzene. We get the benzaldehyde. In this case here, furfural. This compound is known as a furan. This compound is known as a furfural. Aldehyde kada? Furfural. Now this furfural, on treating with this combination of reagents, is nothing but a Perkin condensation. So in Perkin condensation, product is CH double bond CH and COH. Okay. Now this one Cn minus. Okay, furfural. Cn minus. Cn minus means it is a aromatic aldehyde. Cn minus is a benzoin condensation. In benzoin condensation, what is the product? Hydroxy. Alpha hydroxy ketone. Alpha hydroxy ketone. It is a furfural. It is a furoin. Okay, it is a furoin. Benzoin, like benzoin, is a furoin. Okay, that is the compound. Next, one more reaction, that is benzyl benzylic acid reagent. Okay, benzylic acid reagent. In this benzyl benzylic acid reagent, it is a very similar reaction with the Kneser reaction. Okay, so in this case here, there are no hydrogens. If it is a glyoxal, that is a Kneser reaction. It's not a glyoxal, it is a benzyl. This compound is known as a benzyl. This is a diketone. In the presence of the NaOH, this OH minus attack on the carbon and carbon. Here there is no proton, of course. There is no alpha proton, so attacks on the carbon and carbon. So here PH, C double bond O minus and OH and pH. Now in this case, a very interesting step takes place. It is very similar to the Keniger reaction. That is transfer of one alkyl group phenyl to this one and reformation of the pipe. By transfer of pH minus attack on this C plus and your C plus and your O minus pi bond formation and this pi electrons transferred. So your product is pH O minus here pH here double bond O here OH. Now the proton transfer takes place. Proton is transferred pH OH and here pH double bond O minus. Okay, and this one on acid worked up pH OH, this one pH double bond O OH. This is a benzylic acid. This is benzylic acid. Okay, that is the product of this reaction. Just here, nucleophile attacking, there is a concentrated NaOH, nucleophile attacking, then alkyl group migration and proton transfer, that's it. Like Keniger reaction. Okay, H in the Keniger reaction H minus is transferred, but in this case here alkyl group is transferred, hydroxy. Now for suppose pH C double bond O, C double bond O, this is NO2. Now this one treating with NaOH. Now initially nucleophile attacks on this one, this carbon, because there is a withdrawing group. By the presence of the withdrawing group here, the reactivity of the carbonyl groups increases towards the nucleophile attacking. So that withdrawing group increases the magnitude of the positive charge at this carbon. So that's why this carbon has more magnitude of the positive charge, so readily attacked by the OH minus. Okay, so then migration of the alkyl groups same. So write the product. First generation of attack of nucleophile, then migration of the alkyl group. First suppose you try the reaction for this cyclic compound, the diketone. Here NaOH. Okay, first nucleophile attacking, then alkyl CC bond migration takes place. So write the product yourself. Okay, that is the benzylic acid rearrangement. Benzylic acid rearrangement. Okay, so almost the last named reaction from the chapter, that is a Wittig reaction. Okay, Wittig reaction. So in this Wittig reaction, so we can say this is a completely opposite. It is a contrary to the ozonolysis reaction. By the ozonolysis of alkenes, we will get the carbonyl compounds. In this case, from the carbonyl compounds, we can get the alkenes. Okay, it is a reaction between the carbonyl compounds and phosphorus halide. The reaction between carbonyl compounds plus phosphorus halide. Phosphorus halide, we will get the alkene plus triphenyl phosphoxide. Triphenyl phosphoxide. Okay, in this case, the carbonyl compounds I'm treating with phosphorus halide. What is the phosphorus halide? Here, the halide means the species which contain both positive and negatively charged atoms, and these are adjacent each other. Adjacent each other. These are adjacent. Okay. That means, for example, this is the phosphorus halide, PH3, P plus CH2 minus. Okay, so this one can be written like this: PH3P double bond CH2. Okay, it is a phosphorus Y-lide. Phosphorus Y-lide. So see this one. The carbonyl compound, for suppose I am taking acetaldehyde and treating with this phosphorus Y-lide plus and minus. Okay, phosphorus Y-lide. So first of all, let us discuss the how these phosphorus Y-lides are produced. So first of all, triphenyl phosphine, triphenyl phosphine. This triphenyl phosphine has a lone pair of electrons. Now this one on treating with CH3Cl. CH3Cl. Here nucleophilic substitution takes place. Nucleophilic substitution. It is acting as nucleophile. So PH3P, this one carries a positive charge because it is a donor, so carries positive charge. And now CH3, okay, this one, positive one and Cl. Now this one I'm treating with butyl lithium or potassium hydride, butyl lithium or potassium hydride. Here butyl lithium is strongly basic in nature and potassium hydride and H minus is strongly basic in nature. So in this case here Bu minus and here Li plus, here K plus and H minus. Okay, the basic in nature, that means here butyl lithium CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 minus Li plus. In this case H minus. It is a basic in nature. So that base remove the proton from this carbon. Why? Because a triphenyl phosphine that carries a positive charge, that positively charged species is a strong electron withdrawing group. Due to presence of the strong electron withdrawing group, the acidic nature of these hydrogens increases. So here the strong base H minus or CH3, CH2, CH2 minus accept the proton from this one. That means here this base is added for the removal of the proton from the carbon, so CH2 minus and then LiCl or KCl. Okay, so now here this can be written like this also: PH3P double bond CH2. So by this reaction phosphorus ylide is produced. Now this phosphorus ylide is added to the carbonyl compound. Now in this case CH2 minus is a nucleophile, attacks on this one. So here CH3CO minus H and then CH2, here P, PH3, and this one carries a positive charge. Okay. So now here this compound form a cyclic product CH3CO, P, PH3, and here CH2. Okay, this is known as a betaine and this is known as a oxophosphetane. Oxophosphetane. The cyclic product is formed. Now this cyclic product is rearranged, like in this case the loss of O minus and this one H. The breaking of this one takes place. So in this case here the CH3 C, there is a hydrogen, CH double bond CH2 plus double bond O P PH3 rise. Phosphoxide. So what is the driving force for this reaction? The stability of the phosphorus double bond oxide. P double bond with a stable, that means there is a higher enthalpy of formation. So that's why this triphenyl phosphoxide is formed. Okay, and then here breaking of this ring takes place, we will get the alkene. So here just very simple this reaction. So CH3CH double bond O plus triphenyl phosphoxide double bond O. Here removal of this one. Okay, just removal of the, that oxide. So CH double bond CH2. That is. It is a Wittig reaction. Reaction between the carbon compound and phosphorus ylide. You will get the alkenes. Very simple reaction. Okay, first of all betaine and next oxophosphetane. Your reaction mechanism is not necessary. Just we can write the product directly. Okay, carbon compound and this phosphorus ylide. Just combination. Okay. So for suppose this is a cyclohexane. This one on treating with this phosphor oxide, that means phosphorus halide. Just here removal of this phosphorus oxide and you will get the CH2. That is the product of the CH. For example here, this benzaldehyde PH estophenone double bond O, this triphenyl, that means phosphorus oxide. I am taking another type of phosphorus halide. Okay, another type of phosphorus halide. Just remove of this one. So here compound is PH3, CH3, double bond, CH, bond, CH3. Okay, that's it. That is a Wittig reaction. Okay, alkenes are formed. For example, this one on ozonols will get the carbon compounds. Okay, by the breaking of this double bond, paste the oxygen. That's it. Okay, so those are the named reactions. And in another one class, we will complete this chapter. Okay, good luck.